Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 25th to May 1st, 2022 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleansing and meditation will be accompanied with a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. The energy that's coming forward here, as I just see two waters coming together, two emotions. The two waters would be two emotions, like two rivers coming together. I just see two rivers coming together. There's a sense of, it could be two emotions, two ideas, two people coming together, but there's going to be an emotional undercurrent that needs to be acknowledged during this time. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Eight of Wands. Okay. So we're being told here right now, Leo, is that we have to be mindful of wanting things to move too quickly. We're going to be like, well, it should already be done. It should already be done. Spirit is saying here, it takes time. So just acknowledging and accepting that things will take time and that it won't move quite as quickly as we want it to. We can also really get caught up in things that seem to be moving quickly, like we'll perceive it as making a lot of progress. What this person is actually doing is just kind of moving things to move things, like doing things to do things without having any clear goal. So being aware of that is going to be important for us. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading is flexibility. This is the sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is where our creativity, our sensuality is held. It's also where a lot of the dramas from this life and from past lives are held. So there is an energy here of needing to be flexible within our own bodies, within our own selves, within what we want. It's kind of like, okay, so it's really interesting. There's a rigidity. It's kind of like it has to be this way. And Spirit's saying, no, open up your mind and also let your body flow. Meaning that yoga would be a really good thing for us to do, or just even gentle stretching to be able to have our body not be so stiff. And it could just be something as simple as walking or trying to touch our toes or something to that effect, because I'm just seeing like there could be a lot of stiffness within our bodies, so we don't want to overdo it. This can be, if this resonates, of course, absolutely embrace it. But if it doesn't, just know that it's for another person, because these are, of course, general readings. But there's a sense here of the body has become stiff. And even if we just do little things to be able to embrace our own flexibility or to keep that flexibility going within us is going to be so important. It's just going to be invaluable. So let's look at our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Six of Cups. So there's a lot of hard work being put into things. There's also a sense that we want to see, and that's playing into the Eight of Wands energy that we have to be mindful of. With the Seven of Pentacles, hard work, dedication, determination, we're going to want to see things moving a lot more quickly than they actually are. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is saying patience. Things happen in divine timing, not necessarily in our timing. And that's going to be something that we find very frustrating. There's also a need to rest after working really hard. So there is also going to be this energy around us, Leo, of just keep on pushing through, keep on pushing through. Spirit is saying it's very important for us to step back and rest and recuperate and, kind of take time, because just pushing through is going to make it so that we really have to stop, right? We really burn out. We really just feel like enough is enough. There's a new path opening to us. We want to move forward in a different way than we have been. There is a sense here with the Fool. We're afraid that people will see us as foolish. Remember, always with the Fool, that no hero's journey, no person who changes anything is not first considered a fool. So embracing this and knowing that people will not be able to see the way that we want to move forward or what's intrinsically important to us is going to be okay. But we have to know that we need to keep on walking forward anyway. The Fool energy here is also showing us a new path. There's a new road forward. There's a new way forward. We're not expecting it, and yet we have wanted it. This is also saying that we need to make room for our dreams, for the way that, for walking the path that we were called to walk. And that can be very overwhelming, because we can even sit there and say, well, I know something's missing, but I don't know what. And I'm not really, kind of into figuring it out. This is going to come to us, and it's just going to keep on presenting a sense of absence, a sense of feeling that something is missing. And it's that we're not walking the path that we need to walk. And if we're not walking that path, Spirit is calling you, Leo, right now, towards meditation, towards quietness. It could be going on walks outside and just letting it be a meditative state. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting. So there is a sense here of, I need to open up the door to me, and I need to begin that journey. And I just see it with movement. It begins with movement. And we're going to find that once we start, it's going to be a very beautiful, very powerful thing for us. It then brings us to the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is quite interesting. There's somebody acting very childish here. This can also be a warning to us not to act childish, that it'll be very easy to fall into that trap of being childish, being overwhelmed type of deal. The Six of Cups is also saying people are looking at things in an antiquated way. They're moving in the past instead of embracing the present. But this can also be us wanting to do things as they once were and not, kind of being innovative. There's also a sense of over-romanticizing the past. It was better when can be something that we say a lot during this time, because we're just going to be frustrated. We're just going to be overwhelmed. So that energy is coming forward, and we need to be aware of it. We need to take steps, because this is a time where we are being called towards something more. We're going to feel it. It's going to be a little bit of an agitation. You know how when you have a little tiny pebble in your shoe and you think, oh, I can just walk with it, it's fine. But it keeps on rubbing, keeps on rubbing. And even if it's annoying, you have to take off your hiking boots and everything like that to get the pebble out. It's well worth it. This is going to be a time where the path that we need to walk is presenting itself to us. We're going to find it annoying because it's not necessarily what we want to do. But embracing it, walking forward that way, looking at things differently, that's going to be highly beneficial. So let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Sun. That's beautiful. So the Five of Pentacles is a poverty mentality. There's a sense that we feel out in the cold. It could be from five people. It could be from, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. There is a sense here of, I don't get to be a part of this. And so this needs to be acknowledged. Like, there is also an energy of, I'm not worthy coming forward. If it's not that we're not being accepted in, there's an energy of, I'm not worthy, I don't get to have this, like I don't get to walk that way. Or there can just be a fear that the money will disappear, or that I'll never be able to get that job, get that promotion type of thing. This is deep-seated within us. Whenever the Five of Pentacles comes up, there's a sense of exclusion, but it's a sense of, like, I deserve to be excluded. So acknowledging this energy within us, acknowledging this feeling is going to be paramount to us being able to move forward in success, in bounty, in prosperity, really, breaking down barriers within our own psyche for ourselves. There's also a sense here Okay, it's very interesting. It's like somebody's holding the purse strings. Somebody holds the money, somebody holds the power, and they're making you feel bad about it. Like, I'm not enough. I don't bring enough to the table. And that, again, it needs to be addressed during this time. Or this was a person we were with romantically, or this was a situation we were in where, yeah, we went through struggling times, but it's kind of like, I'm worthy of success and prosperity, and I need to be embracing that. So the Five of Pentacles is just this battle. It's this battle within us, and it's battle around us. It can also be that we're saying, like, I need money for this, or I need this, and the person's like, you can make do. Like, you can make do even though you don't have the essentials. So being aware of this is going to be very important. There is an energy here of, okay, so that's really interesting. They're just focusing on his feet. His feet are wet, right? And his feet do not have shoes on them. But I just kept on seeing in World War One, it was called trench foot. So there's a sense here, like, boots were made and they were mass produced, and you had to make them for the troops. And what they did was they cut corners, a lot of these people. And so the soldiers' feet would get wet and they would rot because they were constantly wet. The boots weren't helping. And, they would get sores and blisters, and it was just atrocious. But there's a sense here of, it was supposed to be made with quality, and it wasn't. And so there's something here with a lie of quality of production, of a quality of life that should have been. So there is a sense here with the Five of Pentacles of something very important, something very basic and very important snatched away. So being aware of that is going to be powerful for us. It's kind of like, no, I'm not falling into this trap. I'm not saying thank you for something. I'm not saying thank you for rotting shoes. That's the type of thing that I'm seeing here. We then have the Lovers coming forward. The Lovers is Gemini energy. There is also this sense of duality during this time. We can find that we are drawn to two people. One is going to have their stuff together. The other is not. And we have to be really mindful, because this person, I see this person as a wound partner, meaning that they share our wounds, they share our hurts, they share our pains. This could even be a twin flame sort of thing where they shine your soul's light back on you, and they're showing the flaws and the imperfections. We are going to be very drawn to the one that is the most toxic for us. So being aware of that is going to be very important during this time. I can leave in the description, leave in the comment box below if you would want a love reading. But there is this energy here of, like, of you have to work to be able to love me. Like, you have to be able to show that you're worthy of loving me. That's the energy that this person brings to the table. And there's just some sort of arrogance about them, but there's also a poverty about them, a hurt, a pain, a disappointment, a being out in the cold that is like, what the heck is going on here? There's a unity coming forward. It's kind of also, there is a sense of, there was a hurt. You could have had to wait 5 days, 5 weeks, could be the 5th month, that you hear something, and then love comes to the table. Like, love is just abounding. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that would make sense with the 5th month in May. There is that connection of love that comes forward. There is that connection of healing and love, and don't worry, it will be okay. So there's also that energy stepping forward here during this time. There is also a sense of, it's not what it seems. There's 2 sides to every coin. And we're going to want things, Leo, to be very black and white during this time. And yet Spirit is saying, no. There's a lot of duality. There's a lot of different ways of looking at things. There's an energy here. I'm seeing, butterfly wings, right? But there's also an energy here of, it needs a bit of faith. It needs a bit of not thinking I already know, because Spirit is saying here, we don't know. So as we are connecting, as we are loving, as this duality comes forward and has us looking at things quite differently, we're going to be like, oh, but I didn't realize this. And that there's a beautiful secret coming forward, and that's going to be very reassuring for us. It brings us the sun. Now, it can be that after heartbreak and pain, there's a unity that just brings forward joy and light and beauty into our lives. I also see, like, the sun, like, for somebody, there's a son coming. I don't know if it's a grandson or a nephew or a son, but there is a sense of, there's just this, like, There's this joyous little boy energy coming forward. So that needs to be acknowledged. There is also the sense of, I get to shine. This is my beauty. This is my brilliance. This is who I am. I get to shine. There's a new dawn. There's a new day. There's a new sense of self and awakening and deeper desire of what is wanted. But Spirit is saying here, like, don't hide yourself away. Spirit is saying, let yourself shine. And that's going to be very, very important, to let ourselves shine during this time. So let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. We have we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. So with the Knight of Pentacles, there's... Oh, wow, that's so interesting. This line right here is all pentacles. It's patience, poverty, worship. So her kissing his hand. There is a sense of I've seen all realms when it's come to wealth. And now there is a sense of gratitude, worship of the prosperity that moves me forward, of the prosperity of where I want to be. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is slow go. This person does not move quickly at all. This is very slow. They're going to feel, they can even feel a bit detached during this time. It's like, is this person on my side? Isn't this person on my side? Do they know what I really want? Type of energy coming forward, type of questioning coming forward. This is slow and steady wins the race. There is that energy here, the Eight of Wands, where we're going to want things to happen so quickly. And yet Spirit is saying here, things need to happen slowly. Because when they happen slowly, they're going to have so much weight to them. They're going to have so much more to them. So the Knight of Pentacles is a slow and steady prosperity that we've been building up to. It leads us to the Six of Swords. We're taking our knowledge, we're taking what we desire, and we're moving forward with it. There is a real sense here of, I've been diving deeper and deeper into something. I'm moving forward to where I need to be, and I'm making it clear. So there is some sort of knowledge that is coming forward that is like, this is where I need to be, this is what I desire, this is what I want, this is what's appropriate for me. And as we're doing this, as we're claiming this, there's an emotional, like, choppy water for us. It's like, is this the right thing to do? We're doubting it, we're fearing it, as we still need to move forward. It's like, I know that there needs to be a change. The Page of Cups comes in. We're going to find ourselves inspired in a way that we didn't expect to be inspired. There's something coming forward, and it's like, I've been waiting for this. And this has actually been waiting for us as well. There's an energy here of, I'm just hearing, I love you, I love you. And there's a new way of expressing love. There's a new way of embracing joy that's coming forward. It's not anything, it's very beautiful. I'm just hearing that song, Butterfly Kisses After Bedtime Prayers. Little white flowers all up in their hair. And I don't remember it. But, like, that's the line that's the verse that keeps coming through. And I won't sing for anybody because that's just terrible. But there's an energy here of I'm surprised at the beauty. I'm surprised at the peace. I'm surprised at how calm I feel right now as I'm connecting with this. And that's the energy that comes forward as we start to see different inspirations or different connections, different emotions come forward. There's a real sense of like, I just didn't expect this. The Nine of Wands, this is what we more expect of this hard fight. It's like, I have to fight for this. We're also listening to way too many different people. Way too much information is coming our way. Spirit is saying, step back. Excuse me. Step back. This could be us diving too deep down the rabbit hole. Like, don't go too deep down the rabbit hole. Step back into what you love and what you want and what's right for you. You've fought so many battles. You've fought so hard to get here. Let the joy come in, because there's almost a sense of, like, I'm afraid of letting the joy come in. I'm afraid of letting the sun shine because it might not be right, or I might get a sunburn or something like that. And Spirit's like, no, you'll be okay. So there's this real sense of love just grounding everything. And we're going to be surprised at the way that we move forward because there's a hesitance towards it. But again, slow and steady is going to win this race. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it is the Seven of Pentacles. We need to be mindful of how long we're waiting. We need to be mindful of how we're taking care of things. There is a sense of, are we putting it off too long? That's coming forward. There is an energy here of, am I being too patient? Mixing in with the, I need everything to happen instantaneously. We'll go from one extreme to another. So being aware of that is going to be important. Then we have the root chakra, family. Family is just important to us, period. End stop. I just see family, the family that we're creating, the family that we were born into, the family that raised us, the family that, is our friends, and everything. It's just like family is more important than we realized. And embracing that root chakra and embracing our roots, our, history, our past, that's going to be very important. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is this energy of rebirth, this dying away of the old self, this rebirth of the new. Transformation is coming forward, but the transformation has been painful. We have had to learn a lot. And there's an energy here of rising forward, but also that's why we're hesitant of moving forward. And we stay kind of stuck in the past because there's a sense of, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can really embrace what I truly want or what I truly need or what is right for me. It brings us then to the King of Swords. Again, amplifying the Gemini energy. But there's a need to speak truth. There's a need to cut through doubts and fears and negativity and say what needs to be said. There is somebody who comes forward who is very plain speaking, very forthright, very honest. This person has a way of words, but also is very sparing with their words at the exact same time. So we're going to be a bit frustrated with them. But there is also a sense of, I need to express myself. I need to say what needs to be said. So there is something we're holding back, and Spirit's saying, no, bring it forward. It brings us then to the Four of Pentacles. There's vampiric energy around money here. There's a sense of, I want to move towards my wealth and what I desire, but there's also an energy here of like, it's not flowing. Things are being held onto or being stopped. So Spirit is saying here, look at ourselves and look at where the blockage is. Look at what is holding us back, because we need to address it. There's something around money. There's some sort of mindset around money that is keeping us from the success that we want. So let's look at the tarot, because I totally forgot about this deck. Angels and Spirit Guides show me clearly. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Queen of Cups. So there's prosperity to us, and there's a nurturing, loving, caring, supportive energy around us. We are nurturing our prosperity. There's also a sense of somebody helping us to nurture the prosperity that we want and to build forward the bounty that we need. So that's going to be very, very powerful. There's also a sense here of, I planted the seeds and I protected them. Now I get to watch them grow. The Hangman is, I see things differently than I have before. Something was turned on their heads, and that's why it's through this love that we take a heartbreak, because it is a heartbreak. It's like something was told no, and then it becomes a beauty. It becomes something that is just absolutely beautiful, and we're seeing it so differently than we have seen it before. Things are really starting to change, and it brings us to the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is love, and it's connection, and it's healing, and it's that connection right over that Page of Cups. There's a sense of an innocent, deeper understanding coming forward in a way that we just hadn't expected it. We're going to be finding that we are inspired in a way that we didn't think we were going to be, or in a way that we didn't think we needed to be, and now that door is opening, and it's like, oh, I didn't know I was missing this, and yet we were definitely missing this. So there is an energy of brilliance and connection moving us to where we want to be within our lives. And it brings us to the High Priestess. The High Priestess has us looking at things so differently. A veil is being lifted from our eyes. A weight is being lifted from our shoulders. There is a sense that we see what others don't dare to see. And subconsciously, we're knowing so much more. And that's going to be powerful for us. There is a sense of a deeper knowing, a deeper understanding. Listen to your instincts. Listen to yourself. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power and intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo, and may blessings always be with you.